Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Driving Talk Podcast and the first one in 2026.
Yay!
Exciting.
Happy New Year everyone.
Happy New Year.
First of all, we've just got to get the sour news out of the way. I've got bird flu. Not feeling very well. The sympathy is rolling in as usual. Scott's been abusing me. But Scott, we've got another absolute honoured guest here who knows a little bit about motorsport.
We do indeed, yeah.
And has been working her socks off in the WRC paddock this year, especially with student motorsport. Millie Johnson, welcome to the Driving Talk Podcast.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Pleasure.
It's been a fun year, isn't it?
It's been an interesting one. Yeah.
We'll talk about 25.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a good year. It's been busy. It's been a real eye-opener for me, but it's been good.
You've obviously you've come from a motor racing sort of family.
Yeah.
Albeit on the two-wheeled side?
Yes. So my dad and my uncle have always ridden motorbikes since they were in their, about my age, in their late teens. They both do track days on two wheels, and yeah, I think as a lot of people get influenced by their parents, mine have done the same, and I've kind of gone in there, much to my mum's dismay. I think she's a bit annoyed that me and my dad are both motorsport mad, and she's not quite, so she's outnumbered now. But yeah,
is she the odd one out?
Yes, but she's a social butterfly. So when we do track days, she's off chatting to everyone and anyone, whilst me and my dad are cracking on.
Favourite motorsport?
Oh my gosh, what, like championship?
Anything, yeah, anything at all.
Do you know what? I think British Superbikes is probably my favourite.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah, it's well up there.
I just think the paddock and the energy and the community is just so
and
incredible.
The show as well.
Honestly, it's amazing. Like my first ever, one of the first ever races I probably went to, that I can remember, was a British Superbike race. It was in 2021, and all 5 championships were decided on that day, on that round.
Oh wow.
And it was just the most incredible atmosphere ever. There was all the pyrotechnics, all the confetti going off, and it was just it was so incredible. So, and it's such an accessible paddock as well. You can just wander in, and everyone's so friendly, and you can speak to the riders, and I love it.
I haven't been around the BSB paddock as much, but the vibe that you're describing there, I did. So I lived in Northern Ireland for a few years, so I went to a few of the road races.
Yeah.
The Ulster Grand Prix. My dad helped out. He helped with the emergency radio side. It's an organisation, I can't remember the name of it now, but I can remember going and speaking to Guy Martin and Michael Dunlop and everyone firsthand, and they're just enthusiasts like us.
Yeah. Normal people.
Absolutely don't care. They're just there to be part of the show and have a bit of fun doing it. Have a bit of crack.
Exactly that. And where my dad and my uncle have done track days, they've done them Jamie Whittam, absolute legend of the sport. He's done track days where Lee Johnston's been coaching and Carl Ryde's been coaching, and they're all so down to earth and so genuinely normal, because they are just normal everyday people. They have 9 to 5s or whatever they go out and do, and they spend all their time racing, which is, as most motorsport fans, spend all their time at racetracks, even just watching. So
it kind of drops into my mind as well. The heroes of the biking world are probably more working class than the forward side.
Oh, 100%.
Barry Sheen, Steve Parish. You look at the backgrounds that they come from, and again, I mentioned the Dunlops, but it's just a motor racing family.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like you say, they all just come from ordinary backgrounds, and the one thing that they've all got in common is they're all passionate, and they all want to spend that time going out and building bikes, and it's the same with cars. And Michael races.
He's got a Mark II Escort, hasn't he?
I think he's still got it.
Yeah, he rallies that now and then.
He was fanging it around quite a bit when I lived. Bearing in mind it was 10 years ago now, so bloody hell, that takes it.
I've been on a couple of track days with Steve Parish as well. He's been out in a couple of classic Lotuses and stuff like that.
Yeah, quite good behind a truck, isn't he? So
very good behind it. Yeah.
Just checking my audio. It's not. Oh yeah, my audio is working. Sounds a bit echoey. Anyway, so this year you've been working predominantly with student motorsport.
Yeah.
How did you first come into the broadcasting side with motorsport?
So, I think it's been a bit of a struggle for me. So, because I've not always known what I wanted to do, and I still don't have an end goal, which is something I've really struggled with this year. But I've always been surrounded by motorsport, as we've kind of established. And so I started off, I was at college and I was studying TV and film production, and I enjoyed that side of being creative and things. And again, I didn't know what to do with picking A-levels or like stuff like that, because I didn't have an end goal. So I was like, how do I plan for something that I don't know where I'm trying to get to? So I was like, I'm just going to do what I think I'll enjoy and go from there. So I started doing that, and then it came around to looking at uni and things. And again, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. This is a really tough decision. But I was madly into my motorsport, and I was like, I would quite like to continue into that. So I looked at journalism, and I was like, it's got quite a few transferable skills in it. So even if I don't continue into journalism, I feel as though I've got the skills that I'll be able to adapt to maybe a different industry if I change my mind. So started doing that, and then I've been trying to network, and I've been reaching out to people. And I shadowed Louise Goodman when I was 16 because I reached out to girls on track and asked if they had any opportunities. So yeah, and then I saw Student Motorsport advertised and decided to go for that, and I was lucky enough to get it.
And they've really, you've kind of really dropped in the deep end with him this year. What's sort of the role been about? Yeah,
so my role was predominantly presenting and reporting, but I was also able to get involved in the social media side. So there was 4 of us on the media team this year. It was me, Isabel Clark, Aria Shanoy, and Max Lovejoy. Me and Max were predominantly reporting and presenting on live streams and things like that. And then Ria and Izzy were managing the social media side, putting out TikToks, Reels, and doing all that kind of content. And yeah, so we had our first round was at, oh my gosh, Snetterton. Unfortunately, Izzy wasn't there in person, but she was still doing stuff like graphics and things online and remotely. But from the first round, we were doing live streams and we were meeting everyone, and it was hard because we'd never really been in that role before, and suddenly we was approached with a championship that we didn't really know, a paddock full of people that we didn't know, but we were expected to go up and interview them and speak to them.
There's some characters in that paddock as well.
Absolutely. There's some great characters in there, but no, it was a really good experience, and I think putting us in the deep end was really telling at how we would approach the rest of the season. And I think it was a good starter just to get in there, get cracking. Yeah, and I think that set us up for the rest of the season. So
obviously moving on to this year, 2026, what are your plans?
So I'm in a bit of a difficult decision situation because I graduate in May, around May. So I'm looking for opportunities at the minute, which is really difficult. You all right?
No, it went the wrong hole.
Struggling over there. Yeah. So I'm looking at what to do next year or this year. I don't really know. I've been quite lucky and I've met Josh Bromley from Bromley Motorsport in 2025, and I've been doing a little bit for him that season. So I think I'm probably going to do a bit more for them because they're a really great team and they've really got me involved and welcomed me. So I think I'm going to do that as freelance and just kind of see where it takes me.
What sort of thing are you looking to do in the future? Is there a particular part of it that you'd like to kind of pursue more than others?
So I really enjoy just talking to people, and I love being able to tell people's stories and hear them and how passionate they are, and put the spotlight on people that might not always get the spotlight, because it's often the drivers, they get all the glory, and I'm not saying it's always like that, but predominantly they get to go on the podium and things like that. So I do enjoy speaking to mechanics and everyone else behind the scenes and writing about them and doing stuff like that. But I also enjoy PR, and I would quite like to explore maybe a role in PR and comms, because I'm really interested in crisis management and things like that.
They probably could have done with you at McLaren this year.
Yeah. But so something like that would be interesting. But honestly, I've been so lucky, and I've been able to try loads of different things this year, and I'm quite enjoying that path of just trying different things and seeing what happens.
Should we talk about the year that was 2025 then? There was quite a lot of... I mean, we've done, myself and Scott, we've done the TOCA review, we spoke about the supports, we asked what the fuck happened with TOCA Juniors, and we had... By the way, just a quick segue from that, thank you to everyone so far that has given us feedback on the podcast since we've been back and been based at Sandown Motorsport. your feedback has been incredible, and we've got an incredible amount of guests lined up.
Yeah, we'll be busy 26.
Yeah, starting with Millie. Should we kind of start at the upper echelons of motorsport, F1?
Yep. Well, yeah.
Let's go there.
Yeah, I mean, Lando P1,
Yep.
but I think I don't watch F1 as a fan. I'll be honest, I think for me, the Drive to Survive generation ruined it for me a little bit.
Oh, really?
I'm a...
Okay.
Yeah, how so?
There's just something about the American... It's predominantly the American fan base and what they're doing, as well with the races like Las Vegas and stuff like that. I think the fact that you can go to those races that have no heart.
Well, if you can afford a ticket.
Yeah, but you have those races, but on no problem. But where's the race at the Nürburgring? Where's, you're constantly hearing that.
It comes down, but it comes down to the money. It's whoever can upfront the money and what they want to go and do it. That they've taken Formula One around the world, and American is now the emerging market for it. So you need the Las Vegas Grand Prix, the Miami Grand Prix, Circuit of Americas.
The Circuit of the Americas, yes.
It's a brilliant circuit.
It's a proper circuit, purpose built.
Yeah.
Big tick.
Yep.
Las Vegas for me, really. They tried it in the 80s. It was a bit soulless then.
It does feel a little bit like a show, a performance.
It's 100. Vegas is just it is all a show. The whole thing with the limos or Terry Crews in that's funny. But going to the podium, it is just a show with a race in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Whereas the Circuit of the Americas is brilliant, and that's now becoming... The circuit's good, the racing there is good, and now that's becoming a complex within itself with the building and stuff they're doing, so it's really good. But because of you need to emerge into that market, I think that's where they need to push. They've been out of America for so many years. You've got a huge European following. You need that.
And I get it. Cadillac are joining this year. Audi are joining this year, which means if they're driven like proper Audis, they will be sort of about mid-pack, tailgating the other cars and flashing their lights.
Yeah.
Like they do on the M25. That would be a proper Audi.
Yeah.
In the fast lane, holding up the other traffic but flashing the car in. Lando.
Did you expect him to win it this year?
No.
I thought Oscar was. I thought it was Oscar's.
So did I.
He unreal. But did you? I detected a shift in Lando in the way he approached things. Maybe his mindset changed.
Yeah.
He went. Lando's a champion that's different from all the other champions. Lando is a vulnerable person, a very emotional person. Yeah. I don't see him as having that killer instinct. He's not like Seb Vettel, Max Verstappen, arrogant to the point of being overconfident. I don't see that with Lando. Maybe that's because we've followed him through British motorsport at such a young age.
Yeah, but then Piastri was over here.
He was, yeah. But you've seen Lando go in so young against people like Fernando, and then go in and galvanise the team around him. Basically, you're going up against Max Verstappen, for God's sake.
I've always felt that Oscar had a little bit more like aggression compared to Lando, and I think Lando lacked that.
Did you see it change though? Where after Montreal, it kind of was like,
exactly.
Do you know what? Fuck you, I'm going to play your own game.
Yeah, and I think that's what's given him the edge this year. That he's had that shift, and it's pushed him forward.
Oh yeah,
I think asking to sort of swap positions for the good of the team really hurt him for a couple of races, and then it was just like no. And then they flicked a switch back. I'm hoping that the fact that he had Mark Webber in it. I mean, to be a fly on the wall in the meeting room with Mark Webber there. I can still remember back to winning the British Grand Prix, not bad for a number 2 driver. So, yeah, there's a bit of that. But my driver of the season, for me, is arguably Max Verstappen in a car that's...
Oh, yeah. You can't... You can not like him for many different reasons. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm a Lewis fan. But
I'm a Lewis fan.
He is being absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. And Red Bull have done a better job since Christian Horner went.
Yeah.
Like, him leaving was a big...
Christian should have gone along a lot sooner than that. And
I agree.
He should have gone, and it should have been when TechScape came out.
Yeah.
Because you're sending the wrong message.
Well, Red Bull are now in that transition of a massive shake-up, aren't they?
Ah, yes, because...
Helmut Marko's now left as well.
Helmut Schmacker's now gone.
So they're now... Red Bull themselves are kind of reclaiming that as... And I think they're going to be a lot more efficient which is dangerous because they could be really quick.
I mean, yeah. So I'm a Lewis fan as well. So I was quite happy to see that Red Bull hadn't got the championship this year.
Yeah.
But do you know, I think it's been nice this year as well because it's been competitive throughout the entire field. It's not just been, and it's been nice not to have just one team.
It's great to see the resurgence of Williams.
Yeah, brilliant.
Absolutely.
The Carlos effect.
Yeah.
Smooth operator.
Definitely. Well, as Lewis fans,
Yeah.
what happened?
Poor car, poor
Honestly,
management,
I
poor
think-
team.
Well, do you know what? Lewis has been at Mercedes, or was at Mercedes, for so long that they built the car around him. And I think maybe Ferrari's not doing that. I don't know.
He did have those initial years with Mercedes where there was the pain.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So,
But they bought the team that wasn't. They bought a championship winning team, but then they've come in and it's a complete restructure. Ferrari are Ferrari, and they've been on the podium and won races last year.
Yeah, that's true.
They haven't.
So-
Well, no,
no.
they have won this year.
They
Sprint race, China.
yeah, but that's the sprint race. But they've been poor. The strategy's been poor. The execution's been poor. Yeah, I just don't think they've given Lewis the tools. And he's gone in with documents to him, a full dossier of what he believes needs to change and to improve. And they're just,
No.
the upper management basically telling the drivers to get on and do the driving. Missed the mark. You got Lewis is, he is 7-time world champion in my opinion, but
Yeah.
Do you think?
He's 8-time.
yeah, well, 8-time, yeah, definitely. So he should be listened to.
Yeah. Do you think it's important for a team to have a number one and a number two driver? Because
Yeah.
I think
Do you-
McLaren's proved it this year.
well, do you think that Ferrari have they actually got one?
No.
Because that's what I mean. Maybe
Charles has been there and he considers himself number one. Lewis has
Lewis.
gone in, I am number one.
Lewis is Lewis. So, yeah.
You're having two, but do you think they've had that conversation of who's number one? Because they're
Exactly.
clearly not working together.
No, exactly.
So
Well, thinking about it, the last time Ferrari probably had two genuine number ones was Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen.
yeah. But I think Kimi was so laid back that he would kind of just like, yeah, do what you want. I do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you pick between someone that's been so loyal to the team
You don't.
and,
You can't.
and someone that's so
Max,
successful?
I think Charles will end up going to Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Really?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I can see him going there. Honestly, they'll want him, and that car, I think, with Adrian Newey now in charge, and the backing that they're going to have,
Yeah.
I think he'll end up going there. Stroll might actually do something clever and for the good of the team, step aside and be test driver.
Potentially. Or
And Fernando won't be there for forever. He's
no, he's what is he?
Yeah.
42, 43 now?
Yeah, I think he's 43. 43
so
now. So
he's
yeah.
still world class. It's just whether he's driven enough to do it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, won't it?
Huge shake up next year with the rule changes. Huge.
So let's put the predictions out there now for 26. Who's winning it?
Gosh. In my heart, I want to say Lewis, but I kind of know that's probably not true.
Will he win races?
No.
Unless Ferrari have... I think Ferrari need to have that conversation about who their priority is.
Yeah. And the
And then-
direction of the car.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, who knows?
Will Williams win races?
No. I think there'll be more podiums, but they won't win races. I think you'll get Verstappen will be champion again.
Really?
I think, yeah, because Max will just go out and do his thing. And I think you probably got 3 seasons of Max in Formula One, and then he's going to go and do GTs full time. He wants to race Le Mans. He's already said it. So
Could we see a Red Bull putting a car out in WEC and Le Mans just to appease Max?
yes, they'd rather do that than lose him.
Alonso did it. He went.
Yeah.
He went and did Le Mans and Indy.
Well, McLaren did it to keep him there. I think they'd do the same. But Max has got his own team.
I was going to say he's got it in GT, isn't he?
Yeah, Porsche won him.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, but
He raced a Ferrari. He's been out in a Mercedes, and Porsche have come out and said we'd love to have Max win it in one of our cars.
one from left field. Ford are doing the powertrains for Red Bull.
Yes.
Ford are coming into hypercars and World Endurance Championship.
Could be a tie-up.
Could be. Ford, it's not as if Ford wouldn't have the money to pay Max to put them in the car.
Too many suits in Ford to...
Not as much as there was a few years ago. I think Mark Rushbrook that does it, he's good at what he does.
Maybe.
He's good at what he does.
What do we think about Audi for next year? Coming in, taking over that Sauber.
I think it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see, the extra cars on the grid as well.
Cadillac as well.
Exactly. So I think that will shake it up a
I
bit.
think they'll be last.
I do. But Bottas will make it look good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I love him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the mullet return.
I was going to say, I'm ready for the mullet.
I did see him actually. I'm a cricket fan, albeit not a very happy one at the moment, but I did see him. I think it might have been the third test he was at in the Aussie section, cheering amongst the fans. He lives down there now, full mullet on, shades on, loving life. He is. I think he has turned full token Aussie, and I am here for it. I love it. We need more Valtteri Bottas being Australian.
Yeah, I love that. Is it the Deliveroo app that he did with
Yeah.
That was marketing genius.
That was absolute perfection.
We need more of that.
We definitely need more.
Less clinical, more funny stuff like that would be brilliant. That would engage.
Definitely would.
That would engage.
I am a bit sad to see Peter Sauber go.
I don't know.
How long have they been in it? A while?
93. Yeah.
Because they were Sauber, Mercedes and sports cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we have the C9.
Yeah,
Right,
then
okay.
it was Maribaldi, Jean-Louis Schlesser, even before I was born.
The Sauber brought Red Bull into the sport.
They did, 90s, I can still
Right,
remember
okay.
those. So that's my era of Formula One. Screaming V10s, Minardi, Sauber, proper cars, proper engineering exercises, Williams competitive, McLaren competitive, the Cyril Arrows. I almost felt like the last proper independent of Formula One left. And I know they've been Alfa Romeo over the past couple of years, and I know they've also been other manufacturers over the years. And it was BMW Sauber. But for me, Peter Sauber was still that last true. He was the last sort of Eddie Jordan figure.
It's a team owner, not a corporation or a company or a manufacturer owning a team. I mean, last garagista.
Yeah.
So do you feel like this year Formula One's kind of coming to a new generation almost?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think as soon as Netflix did the Drive to Survive,
That changed.
It brought in new fans, and for the new thing is, as a Formula One fan, I suppose, of our age, you watch it and you remember it, and you watched it for the sport, not the show. And you never had that access to the drivers, and
No.
I still don't think you do. But the Netflix has brought the younger fans in to feel more engaged. But it's so tribal.
Yes. And visceral online.
Yeah. You get fans that they don't follow the team as such, it's the driver, and they don't listen to anyone else. And some of the stuff that's online you read and you're like, are you really a Formula One fan, or would you just like that driver? The whole thing with Lewis and Max. And
Yeah, I think with Drive to Survive, that was kind of bound to happen because obviously it's a Netflix series, so it's got to be entertaining. And they were always going to dramatise things and
put words in their mouth.
Yeah, because it's being made. It's not. Personally, I don't think that Drive to Survive was made for the sport. Obviously, they wanted to generate money from it, and they wanted people to watch it, so they were going to do what they could to get those views up.
Well, Lando's just signed that deal, hasn't he, for a 7-part series, following his I think it's 20 million he just got for a 7-part Netflix series for 7 episodes, following his up into Formula One to champion.
Wow, because obviously he's got Quadrant as well, hasn't he? So that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's this week come out. That guy's I read online.
Oh. Well, all interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some other elements of motorsport this year after we take a short break.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to like and subscribe on the likes of Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to listen to us for new content coming up wherever you can. And welcome back to part 2 of what has turned into quite a nice chat about 2025. Looked a bit into 2026. We've spoken about Formula One. Where to next? I mean, BSB. Over to you, Millie.
Wow, BSB, it's been a pretty good year. We've had Carl Ride, who won the championship last year, so he's done back-to-back. I think he's the first rider to win back-to-back championships since 2017.
Yeah.
So pretty impressive from him. And I think he's had a few team issues this year. He was originally with OMG Yamaha, and they went out of business. And he's still with Yamaha this year. So, but yeah, and then unfortunately we had a couple of tragedies at the start of this year with Owen Jenner. Oh my goodness,
it was horrific.
Oh my gosh, Owen Jenner and Shane Richardson, like such a terrible thing.
And I've got to be careful here because I'll probably start getting sweary and ranting. But the fact that the mainstream media only gave a shit about the sport when someone gets killed really gripes my shit.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, so obviously doing student motorsport this year, we were the first race weekend after that weekend. So we held a minute's silence, obviously out of respect and in remembrance for them. But it was such a weird weekend. I didn't really know how to feel because obviously you're still in the buzz of motorsport and you're feeling the joys and stuff, but it was also like that was very much on everyone's.
Feel like you're going through the motions.
Absolutely, and it was so hard. It was weird, to be honest. It was just I don't really know how else to describe it apart from it being a weird, quite an unnatural feeling. And I think, like for me as well, this being my first season in motorsport, like properly in motorsport, it was quite the reality check. Because you don't expect. I mean, I'm not claiming to have known them very well. I knew of Owen. I'd had a few conversations with him, but apart from that, it wasn't anything. And it was still just the most bizarre feeling ever. But no, other than that, it's been quite an exciting season in British Superbikes.
Can we get a bit of a shout out for Michael Dunlop?
Yes.
First of all, he should be a SIR. Mm-hmm. More than anything. Yeah. And I don't watch the Sports Personality of the Year awards.
Didn't even get a mention.
I know. And arguably, he's probably one of the greatest.
Absolutely.
It's either him or Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he is the GOAT, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think motorsport, especially motorbikes, I think is very much undervalued. I don't think, the speeds they go, especially like if we're talking about like the TT, for example,
road racing is just unreal.
Absolutely, they're gladiators.
Absolutely, like it's the most incredible thing. And as you say, they don't even get a look in. Like they don't.
I don't
they're not
understand it.
at all.
I just don't get it. They're not recognised. It's not mainstream. I get why you can't put a TT on live. I understand that.
But I think the BBC used to do very good coverage and Steve Parrish headlined that really well. I think Susie Perry was still a part of that coverage, wasn't she? It's covered in, BBC Northern Ireland is kind of a separate little entity of it. And their coverage as well, and the Northwest 200. I think Vauxhall supported that for years with their backing and sponsorship of it. And as an event, the road racing is absolutely phenomenal. But I think the TT now to be on ITV with some highlights packages, and it's like, oh, come on, guys.
Yes, I agree, yeah.
Do better.
Absolutely. And I think as well, like, I don't want to take away from anyone that races in a race car because there's still a massive risk and there's still that massive danger. But they've got that shell around them, whereas with bikes, you are exposed to everything. And
the road racing, there's no safety net, there's no runoffs, there's no nothing. It's brick walls, trees, curbs, and some hay.
Yeah,
and
literally.
You to just pop yourself onto one of those, you're not wired up right.
Honestly, literally, yeah.
To enjoy it,
It's insane.
But the thing is, they get off and they can be just chill, relax. Do you ever see Bruce Anstey when he used to sleep? They used to go and get him up and like, come on, you're out.
Yeah.
Bugger off.
It's
just
mental.
Absolutely mental. Phenomenal.
Insane. Have either of you gone and seen the TT?
No, it's on the bucket list.
Not the TT, but obviously a lot of racing. So I've done the Ulster Grand Prix, Northwest 200 a few times, Cookstown 100. So the road races in Northern Ireland I've done because my dad was there and I was there as an interested spectator. Yeah. But I haven't done the TT. What about you?
I really want to. It's on my bucket list for this year. I was like, if I graduate and I do well, when I say do well, as long as I graduate, I'm like, I'll reward myself by going there.
That needs to be the present to yourself.
Exactly.
Well done for graduating. All that hard work. I'm off to the TT.
Exactly.
Off to the TT.
But do you know what I found quite interesting? Like, so obviously I've said that my dad has always been into his bikes and things. And I said to him, I was like, I want to go and watch the TT. Do you want to come with me? And he said, I'm not actually that interested in it.
Really?
Which really shocked me because I was like, obviously he's mad into his bikes. And he was like, yeah, it's just, I think the danger of it just worries him too much. And he's a bit like, oh, I don't know. But
I think maybe warm him up for it. Get an easy jet over to Belfast International.
Yeah.
Go to the Northwest 200 because number one, beautiful area.
Yeah.
I used to live out towards that way. Beautiful area to go. Real nice hotels. Yeah, take him out there. I think that'll be a nice warm up, and then go, Dad, we're going to the TT. Don't ask him. Tell him.
I know. Well, it's not like he doesn't want to go. Like he would obviously go and enjoy it, but it just interested me that it was something that he wasn't like jumping at the chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think for some people, I think it being that dangerous does put them off from actually wanting to go and watch it. Whereas I think like other people are like, oh my gosh, that's insane. I've got to go and see it.
Oh, yeah, I'm desperate to go see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've met a couple of my friends, Jackson, who used to share the workshop here. He's been around following John McGuinness on a rented Honda.
Yeah.
And had a wobble at 165 at Craigna Bar.
Oh my God.
And this Code Brown literally rolled back off. And poodled all the way back in. And John went, where did you go? And nah. And Jackson's raced literally up to BSB level.
Yeah.
So he's no slouch even now. And
That's
he
insane.
said that scared him.
Yeah.
So to be able to do it, nuts.
My uncle was on a track day on his bike once, and I think it was a Jamie Whittam day, and he was going around and he was really trying hard, and he was like, oh, I've like got the perfect line. He felt really good on the bike or whatever. Then apparently suddenly this bike just came roaring up the side of him, went whoosh, and it was John McGuinness, and he just waved at him as he went past, and my uncle was just like, oh my God. He just went past so like easily, naturally,
There's
whatever.
another level.
Yeah, like so, like it was like he was walking all right, and my uncle was there like proper trying hard and whatever, and he was just like, oh my God.
Do you know what? If Netflix need to cover another series, don't
could you
bring the
imagine?
Americans into it. Netflix need to cover road racing and bikes.
Absolutely.
That would be phenomenal, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be
They
incredible.
did the was it the Legends TT team? Did you see that series? Did you see it with? It was John McGuinness was on that, and they just followed the Honda Legends team round. That was a sort of drive to survive with that team. That was eye opening. That was brilliant.
Do you know a lot of the riders now do like vlogs, and they post a lot on YouTube? Like Storm Stacey, he does a lot. Like he does one for every round, and his sister Lola, she like edits it all and films it all and things like that. And that's a really good insight into what a weekend's actually like for a rider. So I'd recommend watching them if that's something you're interested in, because like.
Do you think that's going to be the next thing into a driver's sort of
It's happening a lot in car
isn't
racing.
it?
It's happening a lot in car racing, I think.
Dan Lloyd with his series that he does.
Yeah, and it's...
Yeah.
I think eventually terrestrial TV is not going to exist. Everything is just going to change to streaming.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep that interest going, and obviously the one that's currently free to put your footage up to is YouTube. So I think a lot of people are going to be utilising YouTube a lot more. I mean, it's packed now, but...
It really is, isn't it? But there's so much. I've got people, then they don't own a TV. They just watch YouTube.
Yeah, that's what so like where I'm at uni, I don't have a TV in my room. I watch everything on my laptop, and it's either YouTube. It'll be Netflix sometimes if there's something that I'm like, someone has said, oh, you should watch this, I'll go and watch it. But apart from that, most of the stuff I consume is on YouTube.
Yeah, even my dad. My dad's like 60 odd, and he is YouTube. Oh, he just doesn't shut up about YouTube. You're retired, we get it. Just instead of pottering around in the shed or in the garden, he's sitting there watching Matt Armstrong on YouTube and telling me, have you seen this? Yes. Yes. Just say yes.
Well, that's another thing. I think it's so easy to use. Anyone can use it, and you literally just search up what you want to watch, and there'll be something, won't there?
The Driving Talk podcast.
Well,
yes, exactly.
There you go,
Don't forget, folks, to like and subscribe on that. I've completely lost that. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. We're probably going to be on OnlyFans one day.
I am going to set that up. You keep threatening this.
I keep threatening it for a joke, but we might just do it for for giggles, because it's not just about pornography.
I don't think I'll come on as a guest for that one. I think I'll skip that one.
To be fair, right, a genuine conversation about OnlyFans, because a lot of racers are using, because of the way the business is structured, they're using it to help bring businesses in to go racing.
Yep.
It's not just about the pornographic bits.
It's interesting as well, because wasn't there? No, I could be really wrong. I'm kind of scratching the back of my brain for this, but I'm sure there was an Olympic swimmer that had his medals retracted or something happened.
Oh, there was, yes.
Because he had gone and done some stuff on OnlyFans or something, or he was associated to a porn site or something, and because of that association, he was then stripped of some of his achievements.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
I heard this story as well. I read it. I can't remember where I read it, but I have seen something. Yeah.
I mean, it was a few years ago, but which I find interesting, because then we look at motorsport, like you're saying, and we've got drivers using it to their advantage that are being sponsored.
The thing is it going to go down that point with alcohol sponsorship as well as tobacco?
But I love my Aussie Motorsport. Rennie Gracie is, she is an adult film actress and uses OnlyFans for that. But she's also used OnlyFans to go racing and has won World Challenge GT Australia. Yeah. She's a very good racing driver. She's raced at Bathurst. It just so happens that she decided to be a mattress actress. There's nothing wrong with that. What goes on, let's be honest, for the prudes in the boardroom that are like, oh no, we don't want to be associated with it. Yeah, but I bet you've got a VPN downloaded. It can be quite hypocritical with that kind of thing, because let's be honest, down the years, we've had grid girls, selling sex, skimpy outfits, stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good point. What's your opinions on grid girls? I'd be interested to know.
I didn't mind them at all.
No.
Yeah.
And I know a few of them. Katie was one.
Because I've been a grid girl.
And I don't see the issue.
Yeah.
If the people that are doing it don't have an issue.
Exactly.
Then I don't understand I never saw them that. It's just part of the
culture.
Yeah.
I think the problem is a lot of people think, oh, you're just using it to get them in skimpy outfits. But what they don't actually realise is their job is a lot more than that on the day. They're doing a lot of the PR and promo work at the circuit when they're not on the grid welcoming fans. They're not just stood there holding the pole. They're interacting with fans.
Yeah.
There's a whole and they're there. They bring them in. I've done grid walks at BTCC when I used to do stuff with Sicily, and they bring the fans in, come and see this driver, and they're really good at what they do, and they genuinely enjoy what they do.
But didn't it was the Parkers who were in the Infinity when they first came out, but instead of having grid girls, they had paratroopers.
Because
That's good.
To support our paras, it can be used in different ways.
Yeah. No. Well, see, so when I went and did it, I was lucky. So I've got a friend that works for 2C's Motorsport in British GT, and I was going along at the weekend just as a fan to watch, and he'd said to me about a week before, one of our grid girls is unwell, she's not able to come for the weekend. Do you want to come and do it? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So for me, it was a great chance as a fan to get involved in the sport. This was before I'd done all my presenting and stuff. So it was nice for me as a fan to get involved and actually do something, be on the grid. And it was the most amazing atmosphere as well. And the team was so lovely. So I think even stuff like that, and like you're saying with the paratroopers and things, it's nice to get people that wouldn't necessarily be involved in motorsport but want to be. It's a nice chance to get them involved in it as well.
It's sort of like a mascot, in my opinion. You have mascots and the kids go out and do it. I don't get me wrong, but they're representing like football team, I get it, but as a brand, if you want that person, they represent you. It's a good image. And it's, you know what I mean? That's the
problem is you do get a select few that turn it around and go, oh, you're putting women in this particular instance, and it's like, no, because women are in motorsport absolutely bloody anywhere. Michelle Mouton, anyone? Louise Goodman, anyone?
Yeah, exactly.
Louise Goodman, who again, she needs to be a dame, gonna say it, for what she's done for the sport. Women can do as many jobs in motorsport as men can do. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, and I think we've got such a massive movement now that, and as you said, there's so many girls out there. I mean, we had, what was it, Abu Dhabi, oh my gosh, this is going to thingy, but the lady that worked at Red Bull, I think she was the 8th woman to accept a trophy on the Formula 1 podium. Yes. So we're starting to see it everywhere. So I think
Bernie Collins.
Bernie Collins, that's it.
Bernie Collins, what a woman.
So
What
she's
a
gone
woman.
from strategist, going all through Formula One, and she's now a broadcaster, and she's got a book out.
She's brilliant.
She's so
I
good.
could listen to her talk for days. I think she's incredible.
She's got such a good insight.
Yeah.
It's like literally, I don't know who you would have now to replace all what she does.
No,
She's that good.
She's incredible.
To me, she's a bit like Larko, V8 Supercars. She's that person for the Formula One.
Yeah.
That insightful knowledge and in-depth
Thought.
sort of thought mixed with the passion.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
It's a nice mixture. But again, was it with the Grid Girl stuff that you did? Did you find there was any negativity associated with it when you did it?
So
Because you obviously asked us for a reason.
Yeah. So no. Well, I only did it for one round. So I've been quite lucky. I did that with 2Cs. I was then my mates all called me a brolly wally, but brolly dolly for one of the support championships at British Superbikes, and I've also been a ring girl. So I've done quite a few of
Ring
them.
Girl. Oh, they
In the
hold the
boxing,
sign
hold
up,
the
don't
cards
they?
up, yeah. And I've been asked multiple times like what my thing on it is, and do you know what? It made me feel so confident, and I was so happy to go out there and actually feel like I'm involved in an event that I think is such a good thing. And as long as I don't think the girls are the issue, I think it's society's attitude that is the issue, and that's what needs to change. And I think we're seeing that change with the amount of women being involved in sports now, not just motorsport, but sport in general. And yeah, I think it's society that needs to change, and the attitudes of it, not the roles within.
Yeah.
It was easy.
world.
It was easy to remove. Oh, that's that problem gone.
Yeah.
Instead of actually just embracing it, but
Addressing it. Yeah.
society is the problem. We're just too.
Exactly.
Oh, they don't like it. Okay, we're going to change it.
I think people
No,
just
yeah,
need
if you
to
don't
stop.
like it, that's your problem.
Exactly.
I think people just need to stop being dicks to each other.
Literally.
That's the problem in modern
Literally.
society. Everyone's looking for a reason to say
be
that's
offended.
not right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly
They want to
that.
be offended now.
Yeah.
You know, grow the sport together. You
Yeah,
know,
literally.
keep promoting the sport together. Do it together. I mean, again, more names to the fold. Abby Eaton,
Yeah.
what an inspiration she is. Jade Edwards, now broadcaster,
Yeah.
former. I say former driver. She's still driving,
BCCC.
but she's doing coaching and stuff like that. But Abby Eaton, Jess Hawkins,
Yeah.
the Gemma Hepworth, who's now she's doing GTs abroad.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Jamie
Absolute-
Chadwick's another one.
Jamie Chadwick.
Yeah. She's got a karting series, hasn't she?
That is phenomenal. Honestly, phenomenal.
And
Caitlin Wood, she did Porsche. She was a Barbie ambassador.
Yeah.
Still is.
yeah, and back in the day, you had Susie Wolf, Catherine Legg, Danica Patrick. Not going to talk about the broadcasting side. At least
Jensen, that just gives you gifts for days. That her and Jensen Button is absolutely fantastic.
I genuinely think it does. But, they gave as good as it got. And to me, the GOAT on the driving side back in the day, Michel Mouton. What a rally driver. In an Audi Quattro, in that field, Group B rally cars, when it was like...
That's another one. Have you seen the documentary? I think Netflix did that as well. If you've not seen it,
really?
it's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'd love to go see Rally like in person. That's on my bucket list. I absolutely want to go see
Again,
that.
It was
that-
great.
Yeah.
I went 2 weeks ago at Goodwood. Never been to one before.
Really?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
I really want to go.
That's a great paddock to be in as well. A really, really good paddock. Everyone's so friendly and just gets on. And I couldn't understand some of the rules.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go, but one of the cars there has been running around with my handiwork on it for most of the year, a C2 Super 1600. But yeah, phenomenal. I mean, have you guys watched much of the rallying this year in the WRC? I mean, we narrowly, Elvin Evans, he cannot get a championship once again to save his life. But Ogier, 9 titles.
Mate, him and Loeb are just way up there.
I think that was the thing. I think it was since 2004, bar 3 or 4 times, the championship's been won by someone named Sebastian.
Really?
Yeah.
Either Loeb or Ogier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't this year, I think because it's been like my first season in motorsport, I've been so focused on City Car, and obviously I've been doing stuff in Monoposto as well.
You haven't been watching the world stage as much as you used to.
No, which is such a shame because like I want to follow all of this
It's
stuff.
not as easily accessible as it was. It's not on terrestrial TV.
No,
It's not. You have to really go out there to find it. In my opinion, I used to love watching WRC.
on Grandstand, I still remember
All right, Grandad.
I'm 34, prick. Leave me alone. I'm not that old.
You're not that old.
I'm not that old, but I can still remember 2001 Grandstand Wales Rally GB, and it was the shootout, McRae and Burns, and I can still remember tears going down my cheek. I knew I was happy for Richard Burns, but when McRae crashed, going for it, going way above,
Send it.
absolutely over the limit as he normally did, and he crashed in the Focus in the WRC. That was like I still remember that. It was peak WRC.
Yep.
Crazy.
Absolute peak WRC. Right, we're still okay for time, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
About 20 minutes. What else has sort of taken your fancy this year in the racing world?
I know what's taken your
I was
fancy.
gonna say, what-
last year.
Yeah, I know what's taken your fancy in 2025.
What's that then?
Aussie V8s.
Okay. Is this the bit where I start ranting?
Yeah,
I think we're ready for your monologue.
the floor is yours. You've got 8 minutes. Go.
I think, do you know what, V8s, they brought in the final system this year, and it's produced some of the best racing towards the end of the season ever. Bathurst was a classic, didn't need the final system to make Bathurst classic. All it needed was a bit of controversy with the parity with the Mustangs and the Chevys, and then it was the backwards and forwards between the drivers and the teams, Brody Kostecki being very viral. Then you added a bit of rain, and it came out the fact that it was the first time the person that won Bathurst didn't cross the line in first. There was a 5-second penalty. That was that. Then we come to Adelaide. We had a NASCAR star in Austin Cindric came over. He did the wild card. He was at the back, which just goes to show the calibre of the V8 supercars. But the bit, and there's going to be, I'm probably going to cut this and put it into a reel for someone on TikTok, Motorsport Woking, who, as soon as the results came in from Adelaide, put up this big TikTok and went, well, what a shambles it was in the final when Ryan Wood took out Brock Feeney to win the championship. I'll stop you there. No. The contact happened, yes. He wasn't quite at his B pillar, but Brock Feeney knew what the rules were. If he'd have just let him go, he'd have still won the championship. Albeit, the part in his engine failed anyway, and he ended up losing a cylinder and was going around on 7 cylinders and ended up finishing a lap down anyway. So there was no way he was going to win the championship. Chaz Mostert comes through, takes a worthy champion. And ironically, it's the year where WAU, it's their last year with Ford before they go to Toyota next year and the new Super V8 Supercar comes in. So I think it's probably one of the best years in the past few years because it's always been one driver dominating. Brock Feeney did dominate. He got most of the wins, so it's stupid like 18 poles and loads of wins, won the Sprint Cup. But ultimately, with the final system, when it came to the crunch, he fell short. Everyone knew the rules towards it. You know, there was the controversy came in. Everyone knew the rules at the beginning of the year, the new rules that came in. They're going to tweak them because they needed to. Everyone knew what the rules are. And it was, right, let's get into the top 10 at this cut-off. Let's get into the top 7 at this cut-off. You know, Thomas Randall hadn't won a race all year, hasn't won a race yet in V8 Supercars, still finished top 7 and was in for a shout at the finals.
Yeah, just consistency.
Consistency, being there when it mattered. And I think it brought something to the series, to the racing. And everyone was going absolutely mad how wonderful it was until Brock Feeney didn't win the championship.
Do you think it would have been different if he had? Would you still be having this conversation of that it works or it doesn't work?
No. Everyone would have gone, worthy champion, move on. It's not broken.
Yep.
Well, no. Chaz knew what was going on. You know, I think WAU played a shrewd game. They wanted both cars in the finals, Ryan Wood and Chaz Mostert. Woody dropped out. He had a car failure at Bathurst, which dropped him out of the top 7. Well, ironically, while he was leading Bathurst. That was it. So I think worthy winners in WAU. Red Bull will come back strong. They're going to Ford next year. It's going to be great to see them back in, you know, Ford Red Bull colours. And there's so much going into 2026 as well with Toyota coming into the sport. Now we're back to 3 manufacturers, Chevy, Ford. They're piling into it.
Do you think Aussie V8s are back on the upturn?
I think so. They'll never get to what they were with... I mean, I grew up with arguably the greatest era of V8s, which was that beautiful Pertec Falcon, Marcus Ambrose, Greg Murphy, Lap of the Gods in the Holden, 2003, Mark Scaife. He's a knob as a broadcaster, but as a driver, arguably one of the greatest drivers, won all those championships for Holden.
You're the other way around, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, knob as a driver, but I'm all right as a broadcaster. So... I think V8s is on the up. It was a good year. Chaz Mostert had a really good championship. Matt Payne winning Bathurst was icing on a cake for him. And a shout out to Garth Tander winning, I think it was his 6th Bathurst he won, and then he went right on done, guys, and retired as a co-driver.
Mic drop.
That was it. Winning the greatest race. I need to go to Bathurst and watch it. It is the greatest race, but
That's another one on the bucket list, isn't it?
100%. Bathurst. It's not many races where they have a kangaroo flag.
Yeah, that does make it quite interesting.
Yeah. But there is a farm situated on the hill as you go up the mountain. There is a kangaroo
really?
farm. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'll have to, after the podcast, I'll show
Yeah,
you some
show
video
me.
clips.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, that's kind of my take on V8 Supercars.
I have the perfect segue into the next series.
Shall we do that after a lovely break?
We can do that after the break. So we'll finish on Shane van Gisbergen.
Definitely. From V8 Supercars to NASCAR. We'll be back after this. We just want to thank our loyal sponsors for their help and support for the Driving Talk podcast. From the Driving Talk podcast itself being powered by Icon and Paul Harvey to Sandown Motorsport, who let us use the wonderful facilities here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
SVG.
SVG. And welcome back. Let's talk NASCAR. Shane van Gisbergen is the greatest driver of all time.
He's certainly one of the best on the road course this year.
The fact that someone can come in from V8 Supercars and win every single road course, and I think the pros are right. As soon as he starts winning on ovals, which he will do, he's getting better and better and better. NASCAR's screwed.
Yeah, he's full-time next year again.
Back with Trackhouse.
Yep. And 5 wins this year. Only 1 win behind Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. All on road courses.
All on road courses, but he demolished everyone on the road courses.
Right, I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here and I might ruffle some feathers. So I've never really watched NASCAR, right? Now, a lot of people say all they've got to do is turn left.
Bullshit.
What's your take on that? Because
Bullshit.
what is it that makes it so interesting? Because essentially, and I know it's the same thing, people go left, right, whatever around a racetrack, but they are just going around in a circle, aren't
It's
they?
the spectacle, the bump drafting, when it goes wrong.
I told you I'd ruffle some feathers. Devil's advocate.
I think
It's go time.
so. It's the spectacle, it's the cars, it's the rivalries, it's the drivers, it's the routes where NASCAR came from.
Okay.
I think I get it. Not a lot of people are just going to assume. The uneducated will assume it's just turning left. It's
not.
There's a skill to it. It's the fact that major superstars have gone to NASCAR and not cut it, including ex-Formula One drivers, including Marcus Ambrose, again another V8 supercar driver that went over there with Ford. Got a couple of wins.
Great on a road course. Amazing round Watkins Glen.
Brilliant round Watkins Glen. Never quite made it on Noval, but even he was like, this is another league.
Is it a championship that you think maybe it's more about the setup of the car and the car build
100%.
rather than
Yeah.
maybe not rather than driver skill? I don't mean like they're lacking in skill, but
It's-
you know what I'm trying to say. Like
The setup's a key part of it.
yeah,
Massively. But it's the strategy behind it. So the race lengths, obviously, but it's the strategy within the race itself. Because obviously these races are 3 hours long. You can fall to the back and go. So if you look at Talladega and Daytona, they'll choose to drop back and then time to come back through. And it can take you 30 laps to get back through, but you're trying to guess when the big one's going to be in the accident.
Right.
Put yourself into, these cars are so raw and visceral, you're doing 200 miles an hour plus in a pack of 43 cars,
insane.
and they're fucking violent.
Yeah.
They are violent. You're being bump drafted. You're bump drafting. You have to. These guys, they used to watch the mirror. It's great now because they have the screen in the new cars, but they're absolutely insane. Your head has to be on a swivel. You're playing chess at 200 miles an hour, and yes, you can say, "Oh, they've only got to turn left." Essentially, you don't turn all that much
Yeah.
to keep the.
It's your right foot that does the work.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
To get the back end to do that.
Is it a contact sport?
It's accepted that bump drafting is allowed, yeah.
Right, okay.
And I love the fact in NASCAR you're allowed, there's a little bit of payback, and it's kind of accepted that.
I think that should be it. We've had this conversation about driving standards and the fact that taking someone off and then swearing at someone, that's not the same level.
No.
I mean, I call it Aussie rules because the V8s are the same. If someone shunts you, okay, you're going to get. I'm going to remember that at a later round.
Chicago this year, Bubba Wallace and Alec Bowman, literally banging lumps out of each other.
Yeah.
Bowman pushing, and then Wallace was like, "I've had enough of this," and literally just hooks him
Oh my gosh.
out. Round, good night. But it's accepted that's payback. It's done.
Yeah.
Or
It's
it moves,
even now.
Yeah, it moves on to the. Or there
even.
are ones that there's rivalries and it'll move on. We go back to Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth that it might have been Martinsville, and he absolutely dumped him. Just took him clean out, destroyed the car. That's kind of that went a little bit too far on that one. But this year, I think it's been good. There's a similar system running NASCAR to the Aussie V8s, isn't there? Where
the playoff system,
the chase, and it's the elimination every single time. So it's top 18 in points, something like that.
They are looking to tweak that now because
They are going to tweak it.
The fan backlash has been a bit more visceral.
They've enjoyed it for so long, where you play for stage points and the wins, and if you win, you get locked in to the first round at the beginning of the year or end of the year, chase for the championship. But a lot of the drivers that are winning the championship overall aren't the actual most winningest drivers that accumulate the most amount of points throughout the season. So they have a regular championship, and then you have a NASCAR regular champion, and then you go into the chase, which is essentially the one that you want to win. Regular champion means nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
And they go in, and you can have the top driver that can be the best, and then just be really unlucky and end up not winning the championship. Denny Hamlin, as much as I don't like him, actually probably was the best driver this year.
Yeah, and he should have won it.
Yeah, and he didn't. He come down to Phoenix, the last race, it was the restart, and the 4-lap dash, and he gets beat. Loses the championship.
Yeah.
How do you think you guys would fare in a NASCAR?
I'd be all right. I think I would. I've driven one.
Have you?
Yeah,
What was that like?
Just raw, visceral, round Daytona. It's weird because you're going into. So remember, you come off, you get rolling, and then the first time I went down the straight, and you got to hold the steering wheel to the right because the thing's essentially crabbing down because of the way it is, and you don't really turn, and you're driving at a corner that's as tall as a building. You just.
Yeah. Do you know what I feel like? Because I underestimated how steep Paddock Hill was when I first went down Paddock Hill. So I feel like.
The
underestimate
NASCAR
how-
ovals are like, holy shit. Okay,
Yeah,
it's up
that's
there.
what I mean. I think it would
And
be
the
quite
banking,
interesting
the actual
to go see
banking
it.
themselves is like
Yeah.
massive. I've been in the climb to the top. You're like trying to get to the top.
Sliding down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they've had the different ovals which aren't as banked, or they have one like Pocono where it's a tri-oval around the back. And you do have to break into these, and there's some tight ones, and there's certain lines. And you look at Martinsville, which is like the paperclip, the flat one. Darlington, where you've got to be riding right up there. That is old school. So there's different ones, but yeah, the road courses is coming in. I know that the purists aren't enjoying it, but it needs to be more.
But I think it's a key skill. But again, we go back to that whole, NASCAR, all they do is turn left. Dale Earnhardt did sports car racing and was very good at sports car racing.
Yep.
He raced and won in Corvettes, albeit made it look so easy. And I'm pretty sure he had a fag on the go as well.
Not quite. You're thinking of Dick Trickle.
Could be. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there was an onboard from Dale Earnhardt early 2000 before he was killed at Daytona.
So he raced in the Daytona 24 in a Corvette
C6?
C6.
Yeah.
Shared it with Junior, and that was. Oh Christ! That's January, so a month before he passed away. But he always raced an open face helmet and goggles.
Oh my gosh.
What a legend!
Yeah.
Wow.
So he was one of the people. This is one of the reasons he wouldn't run a hands device.
This is a retro thing that we need to look back on because you probably wouldn't know as much about Dale Earnhardt, the greats of NASCAR.
No.
But
I do.
this man here is an encyclopedia.
I love it. No, I'm not that bad. But yeah, I got into NASCAR like sort of late teens, early 20s.
Oh really? Was that like the first motorsport you got into? Is that where it started?
No, mine was oval. My grandfather's raced since the late 60s.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, mine was always ovals on the dirt. That's where I started. And then I went over to Florida and I was 18, went to Daytona. And you kind of followed NASCAR anyway, but then they had a whole sort of big cinema there. And the main focus of it was Dale. And I was like, this is awesome. And it explains everything and how what happened and stuff. And then you go out into what was a museum piece and all the cars are there. And they had one that sort of exploded, viewed open like this. So it was just, I was hooked.
But again, Dale Earnhardt, great documentary about him.
Okay.
And a series.
And yeah, everything leading up to, from where he started up to his death at Daytona 500. So
He's another generational driver. His
100%.
dad, yep.
100%. And Junior now with the stuff that they're doing.
The Dale Junior Download podcast and his team, he's just an icon.
We need to kind of stop at this moment and just pay our respects to Greg Biffle.
100%.
At the end of 25, that was gutting news right up to Christmas. Plane crash with his family. They took off on their way to
they were going to see Cletus.
on their way to see Cletus McFarlane, and plane got into trouble on takeoff. They had to go back to the airport, and I think it hit a stanchion and crashed on the way back in, unfortunately. So
Absolute legend.
Legend of the
Such a
sport.
nice man as well.
Tragic, absolutely tragic. Him and his young family killed. So yeah, rest in peace, Greg Biffle.
Yep. On that one.
World Sports Cars. Well, more importantly, Le Mans this year. I think we had the previous episode with Scott Woodwiss. Watching Robert Kubica win Le Mans was just probably one of the. You always look for a feel-good story in in anything you watch, but that was probably one of the best feel-good stories of the year.
Yep, and I agree. Like literally, so good. He won it. Finally, finally.
After what he's been through, going back to Formula One, not doing as good in that. Still dealing, I think you kind of semi-saw it in the celebrations, he still can't make movements with his hand.
No.
What happened to him?
It was the rally crash he had back in, again, this was
okay.
years and years ago.
Right.
But it was the arm rail came in the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was a 7-hour operation to reattach his arm and
God.
other bits. Like he was absolutely, like his F1 career was done. They thought that instantly.
And then he
was-
returned to F1, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, but he was on his way. They thought he was going to be the man fighting with Lewis Hamilton for
He had a
championships.
pre-contract
Oh my
signed with
God.
Ferrari.
He was a generational
Oh, wow.
talent. So for the fact for him to go back to Le Mans this year with Ferrari and win it was
That's
just
mental. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Wasn't in the number one car to win it, but
no. But you don't need to be in the number one car to win it. You've just got to get the game plan right and get it done. But I've enjoyed World Sports Cars this year. I've enjoyed domestic sports cars. It's good to see the manufacturer involvement, the intent. The Bathurst 12 Hours is going to look good again once again. I'll be biased on that. I love Bathurst. But the 12 Hours is next month,
Yeah.
and the grid is looking absolutely epic for that. Perfection.
What is it that keeps you hooked into watching an endurance race? Because obviously, like with Le Mans, it's 24 hours. And that is
Yeah.
a very long time. Do you stay up and watch it all?
No, because I have to sleep.
That's what
So
I
I'm
thought.
getting old
but,
now.
I don't stay up, but I am.
but it's a long race.
I've always got it on my phone.
Yeah.
So that's on playing constant, like when you can actually get a stream that works.
Yeah. Le Mans this year, I was at Motorfest. So Motorfest was a local thing, local show we had that Silver Lake put on. And I was interviewing that weekend, ironically, Tiffany Dell, who's raced in Le Mans many times.
Oh, wow.
And they had the football theme, which is Matt Letitia and James Beattie. So I was interviewing them as well. But the funny thing is, I was kind of out the back waiting to do the stage things. And I had my phone sat there and Le Mans was on. And funny thing is, Tiffany Dell kind of walks up and he sits down next to me and he goes, "Oh, you've got it on, very good." And he just sits there and he's watching. And we were just chatting about his time at Le Mans when he raced there, Porsches back in the day, the 962s and into the 90s. And he raced absolutely all sorts out there. Fantastic.
Yeah, but no, I watch Le Mans. You have to sleep, but then it's on. You put it back on, and then you
Yeah.
watch it, and then try and get it up on the TV before the last sort of hour.
Yeah,
It's definitely an event I want to go to.
100%.
Do you reckon broadcasting it too?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No chance. No, it's unfortunately. Actually, I won't say this live on a podcast, but yes, I've worked with some individuals that get involved with Le Mans, and no, I wouldn't do that. But let's look back to more domestic things this year. We've spoken about touring cars. Obviously, we haven't spoken with you about Millie. So British touring cars.
I love
To
touring
you.
cars. I do. Touring cars is very special to me because like I mentioned earlier, I got to shadow Louise Goodman at the British Touring Cars Brands round, and it was like insane. I was running down the pit lane with her when there was a red flag, I was on the grid with all the cars lined up. Like, it was insane. touring cars, yeah. I haven't. This sounds bad. I love it, but I haven't really been following it as much as I'd have liked to this year. But we've got a few independent teams in now, I think, coming away from manufacturers. So I think that'll be quite interesting.
Do you think Napa it's rumbled on since the Toka thing. Are Napa going to change car?
I don't.
They said they was going to, but what is going to be out there for them to change into?
Well, it's not EV.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I think that's what's delayed. But like I said to you before, I think they're already working on something, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think there's development going on.
Still no announcement from Plato Racing, but I did get some juicy gossip.
Go on.
Which was, it does look like it's Robo.
Oh, yeah, mate, come on.
Yeah, 100%. It does look like it's Robo, but supposedly after the crash at race 3, he didn't even go back to the garage.
Oh, really?
It was no, I don't think it was a two fingers thing. I think it was just a case of he wanted to avoid any stress at the garage, going back, having any arguments, anything like that. So he just went towards his car, and it was only because he got a phone call to go, mate, you're due at the Toka bus. So he then walked the long way round to avoid the team, went to the Toka bus, got his bollocking, and then went
the long way back.
Long way back and buggered off home. I suppose at that point, your season's done, your sponsorship money's spent. See you, boys.
Adios.
Yeah, true. Maybe you just needed a minute.
Would you want to work in touring cars?
I'd love to. Why not?
Do you take Louise's role?
I don't think I could match her level, but I'd love to. Do you know, I'd love to work in a little bit of everything. Absolutely one day I want to work in British Superbikes, British touring cars, British GT. I think, now that I've said it out loud, I clearly want to do a lot of British-based stuff.
Well, they're saying that. Would you, if it was offered to you, would you go to Europe? Would you go abroad?
Absolutely. I think I'd be silly not to take an opportunity. But yeah, I think I just want to, I don't know, this year I've loved meeting everyone. I just love meeting so many new people. So as long as I'm meeting people and getting to watch cars go around a track, I'll be happy. I'm a simple girl.
We need to do some stuff in the Porsche Club. We need someone like that come and interview we got Paul Jerd, who's very good at what he does. But someone young to come in and help Paul out would be brilliant.
Yeah, it would. Maybe we can give it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Put your name forward.
He's a bit of a legend as well. He's done so much. He's been Le Mans.
Yeah. They just need to learn to spend their money on bigger trophies. Max Watt brings in his Boxster Cup trophy. It's like that. It's tiny.
Really?
Winning a championship and it's got a tiny. I mean, Jesus, you could have rubbed it with Viagra to get it bigger.
Could be worse. Could be made out of Lego.
Oh,
another highlight of 2025. I mean, we'll go from that. What has kind of been your obscure memories of 2025? Just the real weird shit that's gone
That's
on.
definitely got to be one of them up there. And then the Lego Cadillac with Terry Crews and the drivers.
But again, it was all about the show. Some real obscure stuff going on.
Yeah. It's what gets people talking, though. But I agree with you, the Lego trophy. It's cool. I think you should have had the Lego trophy as that's a sponsor, an extra, the sponsor. Whereas you should have a proper bloody trophy.
Yeah.
Especially Nico, bless him, his first one.
I know. That's what I was like. Oh, and then he broke it.
Yeah. I think he should put it back together though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, probably rebuild it into a Millennium Falcon or something.
Could you imagine? Be the first Transformer Lego trophy. So, looking forward to this year. What are we looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to Race of Remembrance. I know it's at the end of the year, but I really enjoyed it last year. So I'm buzzing for it. I'm doing the biathlon of foolishness. I've already agreed. Me and Izzy. We're going to do it.
Fair enough.
Which I'm sure I'll come to regret. But
Are you locked into what you're wearing for it yet, though?
Not yet. So I was going to do it this year, but I was doing a lot of media this year, and I had a few university assignments I wanted to get done whilst I was there. So I didn't end up doing it. But my mates were talking about doing. One of us was going to be Claudia Winkleman, and the rest were going to be treaters. What else? They had a few obscure ideas. They went as French maids this year, and they did wear thongs, which was bizarre. But so I don't know. We'll come around to it, but I'm absolutely doing it.
I did have my leg peed on by a dog. Yeah, the Silver Lake dog.
That went into the obscure category. That did, right?
That really did go to
That's the things not to see on the bingo card. That one.
that was literally, it was a fake dog in a costume, but he just had a water bottle in the dog costume, and he just lifted his leg up and squirted this water bottle and soaked my leg live on air, so I can't react.
Oh my god!
Secretly, I'm thinking to myself, and I know who it was, Casper. I'm watching you. But it was just this moment when I kind of realised what was happening a bit too late. Everyone reacted, and it was absolutely brilliant. I haven't had a chance to talk about Race of Remembrance actually, which it's quite a special event because of the people
Absolutely.
around it and covering it. It was your first time at the event. Was it, to me, I would describe it as breathtaking.
Oh my gosh, it was, I think, I can't even describe it. Like, I think the track, obviously it's at Anglesey, which is probably, it's my favourite track. It's so beautiful. The views there are incredible. I just think it's such an amazing place. And then obviously seeing all the military personnel, all in, we had a remembrance service and they were all dressed up, and I thought that was just incredible. It was so lovely to see everyone coming together and all of them in their uniforms. I thought
so they get everyone over from RAF Valley and
it was great. And then obviously seeing all the Mission Motorsports cars as well, and I think we had the RAF, they had a team there,
Navy, Royal Engineers, everyone.
So I just think it's an amazing event. Really amazing.
I haven't done it yet.
Every single team.
Really? You have to do it this year.
I want to go. Yeah. The plan is, I haven't even told you this yet. So I've got a little C1, haven't I?
Yes.
So the plan is, I've had a discussion with my dad, because my dad's obviously an ex-Grenadier Guard.
Oh, wow.
So we want to go next year with our car and just have military personnel working on the car.
Oh, yeah.
And basically as a bit of a tribute to the Guards for next year. I've just got to try and work my holiday around it, so I'm not on holiday while it's on.
Yeah, honestly, it's such an amazing event. I mean, me and Izzy were really lucky, and we got to interview James Cameron, who's CEO of Mission Motorsport. And
what a bloke.
He's such a lovely guy. And in fact, he was so lovely. We were doing this interview, and we were stood in front of, did you see the white Bentley that had, so we were stood in front of that. And he was talking about it, and he was like, oh, should we continue the interview in the car? So we got in the car, and Izzy was in the front, I was in the back filming, and he was talking to us, and he was just driving us around in this Bentley, and he had the massage seats on. So Izzy was interviewing him whilst getting a massage as well. And she was like, I did not have this on the cards for today. Like, it was such a weird experience, but it was so lovely. And it was so cool. And he's such a lovely man.
I think James Cameron, Laura Westrop, who's Chief of Staff, everyone involved with Mission Motorsport. I mean, what we haven't actually told everyone, so this helmet that we're getting all of our guests to sign, when this helmet is full of signatures that you can't physically get any more on it, we're going to auction this off and the money's going to go to Mission Motorsport. So that's the plan for it. But my story with the race is, I've always admired it from a distance, and a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years ago actually, it would have been just over 3 years ago. So I was literally just fresh out of the operating room after my cancer. And I got a phone call from Luke Souch, and he was like, how are you doing? Sort of checking in, and he said, I've got something for you. You don't get paid for it, 'cause obviously, but as soon as he told me what it was, Race of Remembrance, I'm like, yeah, I don't mind that. He said, your payment just gets deferred to Mission Motorsport. Yep, no problem with that.
Absolutely.
So I give up my time, and we go and do full commentary for the event. And it's I put everything into C1s, and I put everything into this event. We were lucky enough that in the past few years we've had the American and Canadian teams that came over with Skip Barber Racing School, and the first year they actually brought over Skip Barber Racing cars, the Hondas.
Oh, wow.
And I can remember going into the night, and I was literally still had stitches in, and I was hobbling around all over the place, and it was myself, Paul Truswell, Scott Woodwis, and it's been that way for the past 3 years. And every race, there's always been great racing. There's always been a turn. It's always been the car that's on that looked to be the winner hasn't came out the winner. I think it was last year where we were sat trying to like, does anyone actually want to win this race? Because a car would
massively wet last year as well, wasn't it?
Well, it was this year. A car would hit the front and then have a problem.
Yeah,
and I can also remember in my first year, I'm in the commentary with Paul Truswell. And I think it was the ES Motorsport Lotus on the start-finish straight and all line let go. And it was just like a fireball out of the darkness. And I was just like, big fire out of the commentary box. And like Paul Trustwell, I think I nearly scared him out of his seat. But the whole event, it was, I always say to anyone that wants to go to Race Remembrance, you'll learn about the true meaning of the event once you get to Sunday. And then there's not a dry eye in the house. I mean, you know, if you haven't got any family that have directly fought, I mean, I had a grandfather fought in Korea, but no other family members that have been military personnel. But good friend of the show, Rory Jose, ex-serving soldier, beautiful human being. Interviewing Chris Harris this year, beautiful human being. The work he does with Mission Motorsport, but again, James Cameron, Laura Westrop, everyone involved. I think that's my race.
Yeah.
If there's one race I could go to every year, I wasn't allowed to do any other race, just one, it'd be Race of Remembrance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just a great advocate for the race. Be able to say that for the amount of events on.
Yeah, it is brilliant though. And it is a bit of a trek, and I think that puts people off. But I think that trek makes it as well. The fact that it's so out of the way and in such a beautiful place.
It's a pilgrimage. Feels like a pilgrimage.
Yeah, absolutely.
If the weather's nice, it's mega. If it's not,
do you know what? Even though, I mean, it absolutely, it was raining,
me about
or it was everyone was getting soaked this year. Like it was so bad. But even so, people still put their all into it. I mean, Bromley had so many issues.
What
this year.
happened with that car?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I think it was just one of those where you have one issue after another, and they had, what was it? I think their timing belt snapped or something.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get a new one. No one near Anglesey had one, so they had to do a 7-hour round trip
to get a belt.
to go back to Derby, get a belt, and come back. And I think that shows as well how incredible the event is, because people are willing
To go that far.
Go to that length and do that just to get their cars out there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we're nearly time for a break, dude.
Nearly time for a break. When we come back, as this is Millie's first time on the show, it's certainly not going to be the last. I think it's time for her to partake in her first ever top 10 shootout.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this. Right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final part of our first podcast of 2026. We're going to call this 25 going into 26.
25 plus 1.
25 plus 1, as well as certainly on the theme of the top 10 shootout. So it's time to hand over to my colleague Scott to ask our honoured guest Millie,
Pressure's on.
soon to be returning, for the top 10 plus 1 shootout.
Good evening.
Hello.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Quick fire questions, please.
Let's go.
Red sauce or brown sauce?
Red.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Movies or books?
Movies.
Race weekend or girls weekend?
Race weekend.
Good girl. Text or voice note?
Voice note if it's something long.
Thank you.
If you could have one person to narrate your life for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Oh my god, that's so difficult. That's not a quick fire question. Oh my god, my mind's literally gone blank. My mum,
Okay.
because she wouldn't get me in trouble. Well, she probably would actually. That's probably a bad answer, but anyway.
Brilliant.
You can have a one-lap shootout. Who is it against and at what track?
Brands Hatch against my dad, because I know I'd win.
Savage.
Wet race or dry race?
Dry race.
Manual or paddle shift?
Manual.
Good.
Senna or Schumacher?
Senna.
This is the difficult
Oh, no,
question.
okay,
Here it
right,
comes.
okay.
If your car could make one noise when you press the throttle pedal, what noise would that be?
Okay. It would be a horn.
A horn.
I just think that'd be funny. Every time you press the accelerator. Yeah. I just think that'd be funny. Yeah.
I'm not going to do my usual one. I have a new one.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Bye, driver.
Oh my
That's what
god.
we'll do. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Bye, driver.
Bye.
It's good.
It's
good. Good one.
Overtaking, coming out the corner. Bye, driver.
That would be so good. Yeah,
that
that's a
would be
good
good.
point.
To be fair, I can't remember who it was that asked. It was listening to the podcast, and they sort of asked me, "Oh, Rob, who would you have narrate your life?" And I went, "I wouldn't have anyone narrate my life. But if there's the question that comes, who would play you in a movie? John Candy for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what
Would
a
you have a
legend.
theme tune?
Wow. Steady, Evans. But John Candy is an actor, yeah, pretty good.
I'll go
Right,
with
that sums up what is 25 into 26. Any final words from Mogo? What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh gosh, honestly, just seeing what happens. I don't know. This for me personally, there's so much unknown going on, so I'm kind of like excited to see what's going to go on.
F1 at home, yeah. F1, touring cars, everything.
Everything.
It's just the unknown. What about you,
Yeah.
Scott?
I'm looking forward to just getting back in the paddock, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Hopefully with racing. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But if not, then helping other people. I don't mind running cars. It's all right.
I'm hoping to improve on 5 DNFs, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that kind of puts pay to that for the start of 2026. Millie, great to have you on the
Thank
show.
you for having me. It's been great.
You will be back. Don't worry about that. We'll get Millie back for some good old-fashioned debates and
That'd be good.
Definitely.
some motorsport chats. Look out for Millie Johnson, and of course, if you are after a great presenter for your motorsport needs,
Thank you.
she's here. From myself, Rob Lewis, from Scott Evans, and from Millie Johnston, it's goodbye for now.
Bye.